Good morning. This is Wealth Principle 11. Does anybody know what Wealth Principle 11 is? This is why your audio should be on so I can hear you. Nope. Not yet. Anybody? Darina? Wealth Principle 11. All right, let me explain exactly why this one is so important, especially during this time in the market. So, Wealth Principle 11 is that you must double down on your best marketing campaign. So this is a time where marketing is so important. This is where most investors, most real estate entrepreneurs, most entrepreneurs in general pull back on their marketing. Because, oh man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening, right? Money's draining everywhere. I've got to be careful. I got to protect. I got to stand back, right? This is the time where most companies fall apart because they lost track of what they were doing. Right, they weren't doing the right steps, they weren't doing the right things. So for example, a rental property company, right? When we have vacancy, and everybody knows we own rental properties, that's how we make our money. So we own about 50 rental properties, units. And so if we don't market our units, then we end up with vacancy, right? And one vacancy when you have 50 is no big deal, right? It's not a big deal, there's $1,000 we're missing, right? But we're pulling in 50,000. So actually, to be real, our rents are much lower. So we're pulling in about 35,000. So if one's missing, it's $800. No big deal. We can handle it, right? It's when that one becomes 2, becomes 5, becomes 10. And if you're not marketing and bringing people in and you're having an issue with vacancy, your income becomes pretty painful. It actually goes in the opposite direction. And this is how companies work. They're not like normal people where the opposite direction is small. A company can go in the opposite direction almost 20,000 a month. Our company could, right? It has the potential to go backwards 20,000, right? If we were bringing absolutely no income in. So you got to look at your business as a company. So before I go into marketing and why it's so important to double down your marketing and why it's the most imperative part of your business is increasing your marketing right now when things are tough, I'm going to go back and tell a little story. I'm going to tell a story about you, the entrepreneur. You have something that you sell. I want you to focus on that right now. Think about the thing you sell, whether you like it or whether you don't like it. Focus on it right now. It's a thing that you sell, and if you sell it, it adds value to people. That's the premise of sales, correct? This is making sense? Hold on. We got to bring all of these fun folks into the group chat. Welcome, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Ron Bowling, I'm turning you into the host, sir. So you can keep admitting everybody into the group as I continue with my fun chat about why marketing is so important. So the step I just said, focus on your business. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Kino. Wander, good to see you, brother. Your business, you started it. It sells a product. That product is important to other people. If it wasn't, then you wouldn't sell it. This makes sense. We get this? Yes? Good morning, Mike. You look awesome, brother. You made it into the office. That's crazy. All right, 2 minutes away. Good morning, Mario, good to see you. Ron Bowling, you're in charge. You'll see participants coming in on the side, just keep bringing them in, make sure they're coming in. Mitch, good to see you, my friend. Darina.
What's up, brother?
Yes. All right, focus on the product you sell. Focus on the value it adds to other people. If, as you're doing this exercise, you're focusing on a product that you sell, but you can't think of the value it adds to other people, you might have the wrong product. And if you do, that's okay. So what we're going to do for everybody who's on the Zoom call right now, and if you're watching Facebook Live or Instagram Live, then you can just go to the Zoom call. The link is on Facebook. I just posted on my personal page, not on my business page. And if you go to the link, I want you to, everybody who's on that right now and anybody who's on Facebook Live or on Instagram, you can put it right in the chat. I want you to type in what your business is. Type in what your business is. This is little homework to do right now in the chat group. And then I want you to type in what you sell. So, good morning, Dave. Good morning, Ashley. Good to see you. Type in what you sell. Fred, John, Janice, if you guys could turn your cameras on, makes this way more fun for me. Thank you.
Let's see here.
There you go.
Ooh.
Very good. Type in the chat. What is it that you sell? Good to see you, John. Looking good, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm not really sure how this works.
All right, gallery view.
Yeah. Oh, there we
Very
go.
good. Now, all right, so let's see what we've got. We've got real estate, BB Cuts, business, real estate, brand new. I sell reality of dreams. I love a good job of it. Mitch, investing, education, real estate, stocks, crypto. Ryan's brand new. I buy raw material and sell usable space. John Miller. Beamer, circulation devices for enhanced blood flow to reduce all types of discomfort. T, do not sell, but try to sell real estate. Ouch, George. We're going to work on that. Don't you worry. Where are you? There, I see you, brother. We're going to work on that. There's no such thing as try. Aquino, yes. Affordable homes. I love it. Quality affordable homes. I've seen your products. Dave, technically the product is real estate, I guess, but I'm assuming I'm also selling myself. Very, very smart man. Yes, you are. Very good, Dave. And real estate, selling services, education. Yes, you are, Dorina. Brandon, apparel, accessories, stocks. Very good. So we've got a good group. As you're reading in the chat and you're listening to the people who are in this, there's a little bit of an eclectic group where we're entrepreneurs of all sorts, but there's this one consistency that I hear is an uncertainty on what we actually sell. We know what we are. We know what companies we work for, but there's a little bit of an inconsistency on what we're selling. You're selling yourself. Dave nailed it. A couple of the realtors, as soon as I said it, as I was reading it, they're like, yep, that's right. I've heard that before. Okay. I remember that training. You are selling yourself. I was doing a coaching yesterday with one of my business partners, Stephanie, who should be jumping on the call anytime now. Romero, I know you're shy, but bring the camera on, man. We want to see your face. Real estate closings. That's right, Mike.
I don't actually have one.
You don't have a camera? Well,
No.
in that case, I hear your voice. I like that. That's good. Wander, active wear online. Very nice. I did a little workout this morning. I could use some active wear. I want to get some active wear that says Alchemist right on it. All right. So you have one product. You have one product, whether you believe it or not, it's yourself. There are some people on the call who are not self-employed like you are. They're people who work for somebody else. So they're selling their time, right? So you as an investor, as an entrepreneur, regardless of whether you work for somebody else, the product is you. You're putting your hours in, you're putting your ideas in, you're putting your energy in, you're putting your likability in. Whatever you believe you're selling first starts with the sale of you. If they haven't bought into you, they're not going to buy into the product. And the only situation where that's not true is with online marketing, where you're marketing somebody else's product, an affiliate product, where you're marketing something for somebody else, but they still have to find you to buy that product. Is this making sense? If it makes sense, you can put your hand to the camera. This way I know that you're paying attention. Very good. I see the hands. Excellent. Perfect. Thank you. So, Carla, good morning. Good to see you again. How are you?
Good morning.
Very good. So now we know that the product is us. The disconnect can be for some entrepreneurs, well, if the product's me and I'm selling me, how do I get from me to the sale of the product? Because look, nobody's ever paid me for me. Is this true? Nobody's ever paid you for you. They're like, hey, I spent time with you. Here's some money, right? That's not happened for anybody on the call, and that's okay. Josh, good morning, brother. Good to see you. The disconnect is your sales ability, right? First, you're marketing you, and then you're converting the sale to a product. But if they're not sold on you, then they're not going to buy any product from you. So we talk about marketing, we talk about sales. You're marketing yourself, then you're selling yourself, and then you're selling your product. The disconnect is sometimes you don't believe in your product. If you're not selling a ton of real estate, if you're not selling a ton of coaching, a ton of closings, or a ton of HVAC, all the different businesses, if you're not selling your product, a ton of it, it's because you don't believe in your product or the value that it delivers to the marketplace. I've seen this in real estate agents. I've been training agents for a long time now. And I've seen it in agents, I've seen it in investors, I've seen it in other entrepreneurs, hairstylists. These are companies that I personally own or am invested in, so I pay attention to them. And I see the weakness is not knowing the value of your product. Because how could you go and spend $5,000 a month on marketing if you didn't believe in what you were selling, right? If you didn't know there was a guaranteed return on investment when you put that marketing dollar down. How could you go and do a Facebook Live? I did a training yesterday with a bunch of my friends from Worcester. We got Yvette is actually on the Zoom call with us. So a bunch of my friends from One Worcester Homes, we did this training, and I mentioned, how many people have done Facebook Lives this week? Every realtor in the business knows they should be doing a Facebook Live. So to ask that question in here, nobody during a week where we know absolutely everybody is paying attention to their phones and at home. Absolutely everybody is on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. They're paying attention to their phones. Right now, everybody's there. And they're not doing Facebook Lives. That's marketing that does not cost money. So it's not even about the money. They just don't believe in the product that they're selling. Otherwise, they'd be out there grabbing attention. That's really... I've got to open your mind to the problem before I go and give you the solution. Is this okay? This make sense? Hands up. Give me some hands. Yes? Very good. If you're in the chat, type yes. This way I know you're paying attention. Good morning. Good to see you, Tex. Absolutely. Mario's getting it, right? All right. How do you fall in love with your product? 1, buy it. If you haven't bought your product from somebody else, you've got an issue, right? Clearly, at some point, you didn't believe in the product's value, right? Training a hairstylist the other day, I told her, I said, okay, you know what you do is very valuable. Yeah, I believe in myself. And of course it is. I was like, excellent. So then go pay somebody for it. I asked her, who cuts your hair? And she said, oh, I do it myself. You do it yourself and you expect somebody else to pay you for it? When you wouldn't even pay somebody else to do your own service? You literally cut your own hair, but you sell hair. That's crazy. You don't even believe in what you're doing. You don't believe in what you're selling, right? Because, I could just do it for myself. It creates an inconsistency in your mind. I run a real estate team, right? I run a real estate team, and I don't do my own transactions. I carry my license in both Mass and Rhode Island, but I don't do a transaction because I'm training my agents to do transactions. I want them to have that business. So for me, as I pulled back from that business and went really deep into my real estate company, I realized for me to help people buy more real estate, I had to buy more real estate. For me to help people work with my team and my agents, I had to work with my team and my agents. It was a very difficult time for me because I perceived that I was losing a ton of money. I perceived that all the money that I was making from doing all my own transactions and being an agent and doing transactions with people and buying property and doing it for myself, I'm now going to transfer that to other people. That income was going to be lost, right? So there's moments where I even had that experience of not believing in my product. And it wasn't until I believed in my team and I said, you know what, they sell better than me. And I let go of doing all the sales and I said, here you guys go. And then I started letting them, I'm paying them commissions on the sale of my own property. Right? I'm still getting a little piece because I got the little override there. I got the referral fee because I sent it to them because it's my deal. But it wasn't until I released that now all of my clients go right to my team. Every single person who wants to work with me works with my team. This is an issue for anybody who's looking to scale their business. Anybody looking to scale and hire other people. This makes sense, yes? Absolutely, very good. You've got to believe that the people you're employing are better than you. Absolutely better than you. And once you understand that, then you have no problem passing your clients along to them. Yes? Yes or yes, right? Very good. So the reason your mics are still on is so I can hear you. You're allowed to interact. If you're on the Zoom call, you're allowed to interact. That's why I made you go to a safe space. It's going to be quiet. Doors are shut. Your children are being very respectful. Perfect. Well done. Treat this as if you had to drive an hour to get to the training. Just treat it that way. It's that simple. Now, we're going back to the most important asset. You have, if you don't believe in your product, you won't pay somebody else for it, get the fuck out of the business. Go get somewhere else, get a better product. It's that simple. Just change your product. We agree? We can move on from this? Yes. Very good. So you've identified a product that sells very well because you believe in it, you buy it, you appreciate the product, you want to buy more of it, you're interested in doing more deals, buying more of that product. Now you shift and it's time to market. Now it's time to go and spend some money on marketing or spend some time on marketing. Right now, I'm spending time on marketing. Understand that the Zoom, my Zoom access costs me $30 a month, so whatever. I spend a little bit on Zoom. But for the most part, I'm spending almost nothing to do this call, right? That money's already been spent. If I don't use the subscription, wasted money. Facebook Live, Instagram. These cost me absolutely nothing. Everybody has a free membership to these marketing platforms. We agree? After this training, it'll be uploaded to YouTube. YouTube, again, free subscription. Doesn't cost you anything to upload your content. I'll cut and chop little pieces of this interview later on, and I'll put it out into LinkedIn, I'll put it out into Twitter, I'll put it into Snapchat, and I'll put it in the stories in Facebook and Instagram. These are little things that don't cost you anything for you to improve your business. It's marketing, right? It's marketing. I'm telling you it works. If you don't believe me, go try it. Go and try to do 5 Facebook Lives in a week and try not to get business. Do your very best to throw customers away, right? Morning, Zenny. Good to see you. Do your best to throw them away. Try, right? They're going to throw themselves at you. You're going to have to do something with them, right? Now, if you know that marketing strategy works, how much better would it work if you added it to LinkedIn? How much better would it work if you added it to Instagram? Depending on your business, depending on your industry. How much better would it work if you added it to Instagram or Twitter or TikTok, right? Go and add and spread out. What if you had an ad that worked really well? Would you not go spend more money on it? If you had an ad that you spent $10 and it brought you $50, doesn't it make sense to spend $100 to get $500? Doesn't it make sense to spend $1,000 to get $5,000? This is where the disconnect is with a lot of agents, a lot of investors, right? I know personally I'm a hypocrite, right? I have never spent $1,000 a month on Facebook ads. I've never done it. Never had to. My business has blown up and been so explosive just off of the free content that I create. I've never had to go and spend that kind of money on ads. Now what I did, and this is one platform we're talking about, just as an example, because we're going to go into an exercise in a second where I want you to write down all the different ideas you've had for marketing and what's worked for you. But before we get into that exercise, and Ron, if anybody asks a question in the group, can you just let me know? Just ask the question for me. A handshake, yep.
Yeah, we got Carla wants everybody to mute their phones because we get a lot of background noise.
Really? I'm getting absolutely no background noise here.
I don't hear anything either.
No, everybody's been very respectful. Everybody's been really good. So I think keep your phones unmuted for now, and she may want to dial back in. Try coming back into the group. All right. Oh, where was I just now, Ron? Where was I? Yvette, you're very good at paying attention to me. What was I talking about just a second ago?
You lost me for a second.
No. All right. Okay. Question. Marketing. So Facebook is something that I've spent a ton of money on in the past, right? When I used to market, I'd started with $10. I put $10 in, and then I got a whole bunch of responses back. Just a bunch of attention, right? I didn't really know what to do with the attention. I just had a bunch of people asking me what I was doing. And then I spent $20. And I went and spent $30. I kept getting more and more attention. It was just, potential, right? Attention is potential sales. It's potential transactions. And then I started spending $50. And I started spending $100. And you got to understand, I'm not like normal people. I'm an investor, right? I have the investor mindset. I'm a business owner, an investor. So where normal people will go and I know none of you are normal either. Every single one of you on this call wouldn't be watching it if you weren't an investor or a business person. So normal people take their money and they go out to the club and they spend $50 like it ain't shit, right? No big deal. And on a Friday night, I would look, I swear to God, this is how my mind would operate. And I'd think, I could go out, I could hit on a chick tonight and it cost me $50. Or I could spend that $50 in Facebook marketing ads and I can go out next weekend and spend $500. And then that Friday, I would stay home, I'd work on my campaigns, I'd work on my ads, and I'd spend that $50 and put it in. The money would come in from sales over the next couple of months, and then I'd get excited about it again. I'd see the money coming, I'd see the calls coming, I'd see the potential. The next week would come in, and I had the opportunity to go out again. The opportunity to go out, okay, spend time with your friends, and go spend some money, have some fun, drinks, hang over the next day. And instead, I invested $100. Invested $100 into the ads, and I couldn't handle the volume that came through Facebook. My phone didn't stop. I couldn't handle the volume. This is 5 years ago. This is when Facebook ads were so dirt cheap, right? In order to get that same volume, you got to spend almost $400 right now. Like to get the same volume I was getting from $100, you got to spend closer to $4. And it was just boom, like the funnel was insane, and I was getting hit with everybody, and I pulled back, and I was like, okay, I'll just do 50s from now on, right? like I'll just do a little bit because this is getting too intense. And it got so crazy. I got 17 houses under agreement in, it was March, April. That's when I put them under agreement. No, February, March, April, right? I always do well in the winter. The only realtor who does well in the winter. Does that make sense? Because I start marketing in December. I start marketing December, January. I start putting things under agreement in February, March. By April, I'm closing. April, May, June, July, I'm closing everything. Right? This is, actually, it was May, June, July, where I made $45,000 in 3 months. This is the first time I'd ever done it. From doubling down on marketing that I saw working. I saw it working, and so I put more into it. I started with small dollar amounts. I saw it working. I put more into it. I saw it working. I put more into it. I started with $10, and I put 50 on a whim because I was like, how much am I going to waste tonight going out drinking? And I'll waste that on marketing. If it doesn't work out, hey, I don't got a hangover in the morning. I just saw it as a positive, no matter what. There was not a net negative, right? Then the next, I went and I put 100, and I overwhelmed myself. The numbers have changed. You've got to adjust your marketing to. There's cheaper forms. There are definitely different. TikTok is cheap as hell, right? TikTok is cheap as fuck. Like you want to go and get cheap marketing, jump on that one, right? Facebook still is effective. I mean, to me, that's where I spend most of my money because I know how to work it. I know how the analytics run, but it's cheap. Mitch, feel free to jump in at any time, brother. I know you're the same way. You do a lot of affiliate marketing. So, what is it? Ron, what?
Put in a comment about finding business on LinkedIn.
Absolutely. It depends on your niche, right? For real estate agents, I would say stay away from LinkedIn because all you're going to find is more real estate agents, more lenders. But for anybody who's looking for business, like working with entrepreneurs or other business owners, LinkedIn is freaking phenomenal. It's cheap, very cheap to market to, and you know exactly what their trade is. You can target exactly the trade that you're looking to invest with. Right, Mitch?
Yeah, I mean, consumers and even investors, just from posting a weekly article on my LinkedIn profile over the years, I've partnered up with somebody that I met through them contacting me, and I also recently found a private investor that I met through LinkedIn, and we built a relationship. Free, essentially, just posting to it, just like you would do Facebook. So
Yep.
People kind of forget about LinkedIn. It's like the redhead stepchild.
In LinkedIn, to go back to what you just said, Mitch, I found but many of the big institutional lenders that I found came from LinkedIn. So I'm just posting stuff. It goes out automatically via Hootsuite on LinkedIn. I'm not even that aggressive with it, but they'll send you the messages, right? You get 100 messages, say, hey, work with me. I was watching your profile. You're so cool. Work with me. And it's like garbage. I respond to all of those. I go back with my automatic response of, hey, I saw that you were interested in my business. How can you help me make more money? That's my automatic response on LinkedIn. Like, hey, thanks for contacting me. Help me make more money, right? Give them a direction to put me in. And lenders, that's where I've met a lot of great lenders on there. Because lenders are doing the same thing. They understand it. So that's, Mitch, that's a marketing strategy that's worked for you. Yes, Ron?
Brandon's asking if you use Facebook ads at the beginning.
Were you only using Facebook ads in the beginning? Honestly, I was just using Facebook itself. In the beginning, I was just using Facebook, using influence, going out and reaching out to a whole bunch of people, and I did what I call social dynamics, the get the attention class, which we could sell that at any point. If you go to waltermorello.com, that's for sale for $100. But that whole class, 50 videos of exactly how I built in the beginning, it was free. It didn't cost me anything. I just went out, I took selfies with people, and then I followed up, and I just followed the process of getting attention. And the more attention I got of the right people, because that's the key, targeting the right people, because attention from a bunch of poor people will never help you, right? Poor people can't transact in the stuff you're looking to do unless they own a house, right? But typically, they're not the target market for us. You want to go to people who have money to spend, money to invest, right? Especially if you're a real estate agent or you're an investor looking for a buyer or a wholesaler. So you need to have somebody who has cash. So you target the right people, and that's all and get the attention. So great question, Brandon. In the beginning, no, I didn't spend any money on marketing. It was just, I had no money. I had to get smarter. I had to get more aggressive. And so I pounded the pavement. I went out and did what had to be done. And I took video, and I got uncomfortable, and I took pictures, and now I do it, and I love video, and I love pictures. I'm on 3 live streams right now, and I'm like, hey, I love this. how it should be, because you get addicted to the success. You double down on the marketing, double down on what works. This is the difference. Normal people have fun partying, they double down on the party, right? I remember when I was hanging out with some people who love to party in Vegas, I spent $1,000 at a night. I was one of my buddies, and we spent $1,000 just in the club, and we were like, and he's like, yeah, and I was like, oh no, you know how much marketing I kind of just bought. But it was to get the experience, and I've seen people stack up how much they can waste, you know, in a week, in a month, and that's just how they live. Whereas as an investor, I have not tried TikTok yet. So Josh, I haven't. This comes from pure reading articles that TikTok's a great advertisement tool. So check it out and then let me know. And I may be diving in there soon too. So people will up their fun levels. Right now they got to go on vacations. They're spending that $1,000. They're spending that $2,000. They got to up their fun level, and they're always spending more money. Normal people, whereas investors are letting their investments pay for those trips. So they do the extra step. First, we go and we spend our more money on marketing. We double down on marketing things that are working. We spend that investment, whether it's time or money or energy. We spend more time, money, and energy in marketing something that makes us more money. Once it's sold, we then take that money and we can go on that vacation. Does this make sense? You've heard the saying, pay yourself first. You've heard the saying, pay yourself first. Everybody on the group calls read Rich Man of Babylon or Rich Dad, Poor Dad. They say, pay yourself first. You pay yourself that 10%. Marketing is the same exact formula. Pay your business first. Go and reinvest in your business no matter what. 10% goes back into marketing. If it came in, put it back out. Because that 10% will bring you significantly more. That's the whole point, Mario. If you wouldn't spend marketing money if it just brought you its money back. Right? Unless all you want was attention or was a lost leader of some sort. But you wouldn't spend marketing money and expect just marketing money. You spend to get return, an ROI, a bigger return on investment. If you spend $5,000 to make $100,000, it's okay, right? I've heard people say, oh, I don't want to spend, $5,000 a month. Yeah, that's fine. If you don't want to make $100,000 in a month, you don't have to spend $5,000. Yes? Now,
Hey, Dalter.
yes.
Can I add to that? So
Absolutely.
My mind got blown recently. I have a buddy that does a lot of marketing for decent-sized companies,
Yep.
mainly stock trading. But the money they spend is huge.
It's
And
not firm.
So they'll spend $100,000 knowing that they're going to make 125.
Of course.
And it's thinking oh my God, I'm spending $100K to make 25. That's a lot of risk.
Right.
But they don't care because they have it down to a blueprint. They know what their metrics are, so they just keep turning it up. He's got one client that spends $500,000 a month, and they produce I think $700,000 or something like that. And it's just
Yep.
oh my God, I'm spending $500,000, but you make $200,000 a month.
Yes. I've got a...
next
Yep.
level stuff.
That's exactly right. So, guys, give Mitch a round of applause. That's good stuff. That's good content. Thank you very much, Mitch. I appreciate you, man. I'm glad you're on the call with us.
I
So,
appreciate you, man. You're crushing it.
thank you, brother. So there's a buddy of mine who runs the wedding expos in the area, Chris Raposo. He runs all the wedding expos, and he was talking marketing with me one day, and he's just been such a phenomenal mentor to me when it comes to marketing. And he was suggesting switching over to just Facebook ads at the time, Facebook and YouTube. That's what he was using. And he told me, he said, I spend about 2/3 to get 1/3. I spend 2/3 to get 1/3. That's been the numbers. He knows his numbers, he knows his budget, and so he can spend ridiculous amounts to get people in. He was talking about a $30,000 budget for an event. Just the marketing. All right, just the marketing. And then he was talking about a bigger event. He did $60,000, and I was like, bro, that's a lot for one event. What if it rains? When it doesn't work out. But his business model is such that the money's come in before he spent the marketing dollars. He's built his business in a way that it's working in advance. It works in advance and it moves before. So this is making sense, right? So you take your profits and you roll them forward. And you take your profits and you roll them forward. And you keep rolling and reinvesting into your business. So we're going to do a fun exercise for everybody who's got a pen and paper in front of them. I want you to write down 3, if you've never marketed before, that's fine. But if you have, 3 marketing strategies that you've done. The top 3. The 3 that have worked for you the most. Write those down now. Pen, paper. You got about 10 seconds to do that. And go. And everybody who has written those 3 down, I want you to now do another exercise. Look at which one paid you the most. Which one got you the most attention. If you weren't able to convert it into money, that's okay. Which one got the most attention on you or your business? Most people contacting you. Think of that one right now. And I want you to put that one in the group chat. Think of the one that paid you the most or got you the most attention and type that into the group chat. What would you like me to repeat, Zenny? So think of the 3 marketing strategies that you've used or heard of or want to use. Type them in, write them down. And then the one that has worked the best or you perceive would work the best by getting you more attention, put that into the group chat. BNI, in-person events, Facebook Lives weekly, trade events, physical networking events, Facebook personal page, Craigslist, Facebook, Instagram. Yes, Mike. Good to see you, brother. Facebook networking, live events.
Ron's answer.
What did Ron say? Where's Ron? My best marketing move was to find a business partner who loves to do marketing. Very well done, sir. Absolutely. Social media posts, Facebook ads work best for you. Yes. Facebook. Very good. Instagram. Yes. So we understand. Yeah, good job, Rod. You freaking killed it. And that's a good lesson for anybody who isn't into marketing. Find somebody who is, right? Partner with somebody who is. That for me has been one of the biggest lessons that I could give some of my students was I find out that they're an introvert. They're not really, they love their product. They make a great product, but they're not really into talking to people. It's like, dude, you need a partner. A partner who's getting paid really well to just crush your business, to just put it out there to the point where like you can't even handle the business, right? Ron has had months where he tells me to stop. There have been months in our company, even with the 2 of us, and we have great systems where he's been like, no. Ron, right now, am I allowed to buy property right now? Am I allowed to market for deals at the moment?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Why is that, sir?
We have a refinance we gotta finish.
We got to refinance. We've got to finish. We want to make sure that the banking system gets us into cheaper money. Because we've been buying at 12%, we'd like to get into some of that 5-6% interest before we take on any more risk at this point in the market. So he's correct. Pull the reins back, shift marketing. So now we're shifting over to training other people. We'll turn this into a different stream of income. By the way, I will be selling something later. I'll give you the opportunity for mentorship. It's something that I've always said no, I don't do. I've always said no, I don't do coaching. And then I saw Grant Cardone doing it, and I saw his platform, and I was like, oh my God, this doesn't even feel like work to me. This is something I can provide. I give all the online training courses for free, and I can do 8 weeks of one-on-one Zoom calls because I was thinking coaching for a year, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to commit a whole year to working with 30, 40 people. It's just too time-consuming. But when he put it out and he said 8 weeks, I was like, shit, I can grind into somebody for 8 weeks, give them a whole year of access to my online training, and then they can text me or email me if they have questions. That's reasonable, right? Like that to me was like a reasonable product where like I can do that and it's not going to take over my whole life. And I can still be retired. It's just like a fun little gig where I'm helping investors and entrepreneurs get better. Like I'm fine with that. So that I'll talk about that at the end. But this is now something I can market and it won't overload my business partner. This is making sense? So make sure that you have the ability to service all the clients you're going to bring through. Marketing and not having the ability on the back end is just as important. Like, why spend the money? Why spend the time if you can't transact? Does this make sense?
Yes.
Absolutely. If it's easy for you and it's fun for you, like Facebook, I will promote and add value on Facebook because I just love teaching and training. So my attention grows, but oftentimes you won't see me sell anything. Many times you won't see me sell a product because I've got nothing to sell yet, right? But I love the attention. I love helping people, love gaining, and you've got to get to that point in your business where you've got something so valuable to give that getting the attention on you is worth it. It's fun. Like when I wake up and I haven't done a post in the morning, I'm like, oh, I'm letting people down, right? Like I know the content up here needs to get out there, and if I don't do it, it's unethical, it's immoral, it's not the right thing, right? If we weren't doing this call, if I decided to sleep in today, or I decided not to get dressed today, like I guess you guys would have been fine, right? But if I didn't do the call, if I hadn't scheduled this and teach you this important lesson of doubling down your marketing, I know you'd miss out on millions of dollars. And I can't like live with myself that way, right? Because when I was in this position, when I was where you're at, and the other side of it is I need to remind myself I'm going to go double my marketing too. Like, I'm sweating thinking about how much I'm about to go spend on marketing. Like, it literally, I'm going to spend more than I've ever spent. And it's got me like, whew, there's a little anxiety right there, right before you go and do it. Because can I deliver on the product? And will I be paying attention to the analytics, making sure it's going down the right funnel? This is making sense. Yes. So it seems like a lot of people are doing really well on networking, live events. But what happens when your best marketing strategy gets cut out? Because me too, right? I go and I speak live and I pull people in and then I sell a product at the end. I sell somebody else's coaching, or I sell a program, or I sell you on working with my real estate agents, or I sell you on a referral system. So there's something that I'm selling you on at live events that's been wiped out. We've got the opportunity here. So at the end of this, we're going to try to do something new that I've never done before, but I heard that it's possible on Zoom, and Ron's probably going to figure it out for us. Creating little group rooms out of this group chat. There's an option on the side there for you to create little extra side groups, so you can pull people into 3-4 people at a time into side groups, so they can actually network with each other. Is that cool if I give you guys that option after this? You think there would be some value there? Very good. So we'll do that for about 15 minutes, just like we normally do at my event. And we just networking, because I always say it, the money's in the room. Well, we're going to give you the opportunity to find the money in the room. And if we can't find the little group rooms, then what I'll do is I'll just go around everybody who's on the Zoom call, ask what you do, ask what you're looking for. Does that sound good? Does that add value to your business? Yes. This way, everybody can now, you can type in the chat your access, your information, ways to get in touch with you. Steve, good to see you, brother. Anthony, you're the man. So this is a valuable solution. I think it's going to help everybody moving forward, especially the people who find their money, find their network, find their accountability partners at networking events. There's a way around this, right? There's a way around this for us to still gain more money out of this opportunity. In fact, I think there's more money to be made right now in this market, in this current condition, than there has ever been in the entire time I've been doing this business. I've made a couple of million in this business, right? We run a $4 million business. And if it wasn't for the fact that I think it's easier now, like, I probably would have gotten out of it, right? If I was in the mindset of everybody else who's like, oh man, times are getting tough, I probably would have been like, oh, I'm out. But we're a different mindset. We see this problem, we say, oh my God, more opportunity just opened up for everything that we do. Literally, like, I could buy way more property right now. As soon as this refinance is done, I'm getting let go, right? I know Ron will just release the hound. And the same with our training, the same with our agency, right? Do you know how many agents are terrified right now? Agents are like, especially the people who've been around for a while, they're scared. They don't know how to operate in this market. They've never experienced this. Do you know how many hairstylists right now are thinking about getting out of the business? I'm about to go buy their salons, improve, increase sales. Right? This is the best opportunity for you as an investor. This is your chance to dial in and double down on something you already sell that works really well. Mike Shine, right? Attorney, right? Closing attorney. There's going to be way more closings coming up, man. And you know what? There's going to be a little extra bonus of, it's a short sale. Or you're going to do a little extra title work, right? We had power of attorney. Like, there's going to be a lot of little extra pieces added to these existing transactions because he's the authority on real estate investing. Right, he's not only an attorney, he's an attorney who does real estate investing. Like, he owns property, understands the concept, understands wholesaling. You know how many wholesaling contracts he's going to be writing for people now? Options, purchase to sale options, right? Options to purchase. Like, these are documents that every wholesaler needs. He's going to be writing them up for you guys. Right? His business is going to explode during this time where it's like a little bit of chaos. Marketing-wise, everybody's home. Everybody's watching their feed. Most of the opportunities that I saw here were online forums. Most marketing now is Craigslist, Facebook, Instagram. This is what I'm looking at. Everybody is doing these online forums. Online forums work better when people are home, yes? Yes, they do. So, everybody is at home. This is the time. This is not the time to pull back. This is the time to go forward. This is like, if you're broke, go broker, right? Like if you're out of work and not making money, get a credit card, right? Like, I know this, it's risky business, but it's how I've built my business. Doubling down on you, committing to what you know you're capable of doing, doubling down on what you know inside is the right thing to do. You know that no matter what, you will succeed. Commit to being the best at what you do, and no matter what happens, you'll explode. Dial into one marketing program. So I told you, write a list of 3. I gave you, what's the top one? That's the one. Double down on it. Whatever you've done in the past, double it. And double it, and double it, and double it until rich. And if you keep doubling and you find the issue that we're in right now, or you can't service all the people that are coming through, call me, right? I'll help you get past that. No worries. Maybe you need a partner. Maybe you need a little capital infusion. Maybe you need a little coaching. No worries. We'll get past that. And then keep doubling on your marketing. Keep doubling on your marketing. Keep going. Doubling down. Building more. Is this making sense? It's okay. In fact, it's silly. It's unethical not to go put more money into marketing, to put more time into marketing when you know your product is so damn good that more people need it. Bill, good to see you, brother. Failure is not an option. That's right. In fact, success is the only option. Success is the only option. When I was first working on my mindset, I'm an NLP practitioner, right? When I first was working on my mindset, I used to say things like that. I'd be like, oh, failure's not an option. And I felt strong. And then when I shifted to success is the only option, it focuses you. You get a laser tight focus on what the only option you're going to produce is, which is success. Success is what you believe it is. It's what you're aiming towards. Success is relative to every single person. People try to define success. It's not real. There is no real definition of success. It's what you want it to be. Whatever you're aiming at is your success. It's a goal. The attainment of a goal is success. Yes? How's that definition? Focus on your goal. Focus on the marketing platform. So focus on your goal, then focus on the marketing platform that will reach your goal, and then don't stop doubling down until goal is achieved. And if I can give you this advice, don't make it a small goal. Make it a big goal. Make it a stupid goal. Make it a goal so big, right? My goal is right here on the wall. That's $1 billion, right? That's $1 billion. And it's the path to get there. It starts with $1 billion, $500 million, $250 million, $1/8 of a billion, and you keep going down until it gets to something reasonable, which is 2.4 million, which I'm already at. And so if I double every single year my marketing, double my business, double my volume every single year, what does it lead me to? $1 billion. The only way I know that is I went from $1 billion, I cut it in half until I got to where I was. Right? I got a friend called Randy Pina. He says Billy or bust, hashtag Billy or bust. This is a brand he's building. Right? I'm 100% on board with that. Right? Yeah, go broker. That's right. You get it, Mike. Go broker on something that makes sense. You know, it's okay. Go all in as long as you're committed to your success. You can't waste money. You can't waste time. Because if you find you're in the wrong direction, you can turn faster. Move quickly. Move quickly. Learn solidly. Don't do things and forget what you did. Write shit down. Behind me are books, right? If I move the camera on that side, is not just books, it's my journals. It's all the notes I've taken at all of the different events I've been to, all the coaches, all the trainings, all the books I've read. I have a side journal that I write into. I have my own library of books I've written, my journals, right? Those are, so when I make a mistake, I've learned from it. I don't go back and do it again. I review my journals for a reason. This is making sense.
Yes.
So you're doubling down your business, you double down on the marketing. Go and set the goal that you want your business to be worth. We talked last week about focusing on your net worth. Wealth principle number 10 was focus on your net worth and increase it in increments and surges. So a goal of your net worth, and then double down, double down, double down. If you want $1 billion, I strongly suggest everybody in this room sets the goal of $1 billion. Why the fuck not? Why wouldn't you, right? I set it to 1 million, I hit it, and then I got depressed for like 3 months until I tried to figure my purpose out in life again, right? I love what I do, but I need to have a capacity to it as well. Teaching one person feels the same as teaching 10,000 people. Feels the same as, right now we're teaching 35 people, right? Between Zoom Instagram and Facebook. 35 people. Feel it's the same amount of energy coming from me to teach you. But the result is different, right? The income is different. The energy what you're about to go explode into the world is different than if I just did one-on-one with one person, right? It's unethical for me to do one-on-one with one person. And that's why I have to set higher financial goals. That creates my capacity. It forces me to think bigger and to do bigger things. The money is not the object, it is a gauge. It's a tracker of have I been successful or not? Have I done what I set out to do? And then does the money allow me to do fun things? Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. Money makes you happy. Absolutely. It pays for coaches, it pays for mentors, it pays for the flights, it pays for the hotels, it pays for the programs. It pays to get me in front of the people that I want to spend time with. Right? I've been to events that cost me $250 to be at the event. Guess what? There's only 20 of us in that room. And they were all millionaires. It was worth being in the room. Is this making sense? I've paid $35,000 to be part of masterminds where every single person in that room, guess what they paid too? Different kind of room, right? We're in a different place. The network is where your money is. Your network is your net worth. It's written on my wall. Where is it? The richest people in the world look for and build networks. Everyone else is looking for work. Write that down. Build your network. Don't look for a job. Look for people. People, marketing, double down, bring more people in. Find your people, find your network, double down, bring more people in. Rinse and repeat. Right? Dial it in. Find your avatar. Who spends the most money with you? Who likes you the most? Who likes you the most? Because they will spend the most money with you. Absolutely. Right? You know who likes me the most in this room right now? My business partner. You know how I know that? He's made sure that I have multi-millions sitting in the bank. That person I know for sure cares and likes me more than everybody else. Now, what's different is every single one of you has that opportunity to do it with each other. I'm aiming to do it with you, and we're working towards that. Right? I want to add value to 100 people. I want to make 100 millionaires this year. I'm doing it. My goal is by 2025, 100 of you will be millionaires. That is the goal I'm working towards, because that goal gives me $1 billion if you do the math. If we're 50-50 on something so big that you couldn't do it without me, and obviously I'm not going to try to do it without you, but if it's something so big that I'm the only way to get there, you're the only way I can get there, we do 100 of these, that's $1 billion. All I got to do is add value to 100 people. 100 people. I'm not looking for well, it is an army, right? It is an army of millionaires. I'd rather work with you, an army of millionaires, than work with a million people I got to make $100 from, or $1 from. I'd rather work with you, somebody who's going to make $1 million, build a business worth $1 million, than somebody who's going to aim to make $30,000 a year. This making sense? Yeah. I thought so. I agree. There he is. Aquino, I see you, brother. That's right, Mario. You got it. So here's what I'm looking to do. I do not like charging for coaching. I wish all coaching was free. But I also know that I have never taken seriously a coaching that I got for free. Very rarely. In fact, the ones I paid the most for are the ones that were the hardest for me to show up to, because I had to fly to them. I had to get hotels. I had to take a week off from work. And it was very difficult for me to justify all of that time. But because I'd spent so much on the program, and Aquino can attest to this, I know Dorina can testify to this, they've both spent almost what I've spent. Well, I've spent $85,000 in these personal developments, but they have in one swing spent over $25,000. So I know that both of them know exactly what I'm talking about here. And they've both been extremely successful, and it's probably a part of the fact that they took that coaching so seriously because they spent so much money on it. They had to get the value out of it. Does that make sense? Dorina, am I being real? Aquino? Yes? I'm the same way. I'm a creature of, look, I spent the money, I'm going to find value now. Otherwise, it would have sat on my shelf. We call it shelf help. Anybody heard of shelf help before? So, what I'm charging is not $25,000. I'm not, I have a hard time, I really do. I have a hard time charging for mentorship. I have a hard time charging for coaching just because I love doing it so much, but I also have a hard time giving my free time away. And so like I'm in this little mix of I've got to do it, but at the same time I've got to preserve myself so that I'm not unhappy with life. Is this making sense? Excellent. So is anybody interested in hearing about what I've designed as a mentorship coaching program? Is there interest to hear what this looks like? Yes? Cool. Excellent. So I have your buy and I have your permission to sell to you right now. Excellent. And there's an understanding that if you don't want to buy, you don't have to buy. We are okay with this. Yeah, shelf help, I know, it's funny. We're okay with this, right? It's something I believe in because I'm building millionaires and I want to sell a product that's going to get me more millionaires, right? That's my freaking goal. I just want to hang out with people going on better freaking vacations, right? I want to hang out with people who want to go buy more property with me. I got my buddy Mitch, and Mitch knows him. I want to go buy skyscrapers. Like, I'm so tired. Like, the highest building I own is 5 stories. I want like 50 stories, right? Like, I want big shit. Like, I want like cool communities, 300 unit communities. But I'm not about to do it alone. I'm not dumb enough to try to do that alone, right? That's insanity to me. It'd be crazy. I'd have to work, and I really enjoy teaching. I really enjoy educating and working with cool people, partners. So, 8 weeks of coaching calls with myself. So what Grant has here is, it would be with Grant's team, right? So I'm literally just going to copy exactly what I see here. 1 monthly live question and answer with myself. I'm 100% doing that every single week with you guys. Instead of doing once a month, it will be every single week. A forum like this, but we're going to call it a traction call. So after this training on Saturdays, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and at 12 o'clock, it's going to be the traction call with the real estate mentor. That's it. Wealth building call, traction call. Then there's the exclusive members only networking community. Guess what we're creating? An exclusive networking community for just members only. I love all the yeses in the group. You guys are awesome. You are awesome. Weekly targets and assignments and accountability. Of course I'm going to give you a ton of work. What kind of mentor would I be if I didn't make you hate me a little bit? Right? If I didn't force you outside of your comfort zone, if I didn't do to you what my coaches did to me, I wouldn't be a good mentor. I wouldn't be a good coach. So there'll be work. There'll be things you have to do every single week based on what you told me you want. Is that okay? Absolutely. The exclusive access to myself, to Ron, to Mike Shine, who's going to volunteer. If you have questions from other millionaires, you can ask us. You have our phone numbers. You can text us out of respect. Text us. If we deem it's worth a call, we'll jump on a call with you, right? But text us and see if you can set up a call with us. But don't set up the call first. Please just ask the question. Like, you don't even have to prelude with anything. Just be like, hey, what do you think about this, right? What would you do? Just ask us. Do not, I hate this text. And if you've ever sent it to me, I'm making fun of you right now, right? I love you, but I'm going to say this. Don't send me the text of, hey, how are you? Right? Just jump to, hey, this is my issue, this is what I'm doing. I care so much about you that we don't have to do formalities. I just want to jump right to the solution. Like, let's just go right to your problem. Boom, solved. This makes sense. Dave knows. A lot of you know this already. Mike shines. All of us. Hey, this is what it is. You know, this is what I'm working on. What do you think? Right, we're past friendship stage, right? We're working together. And then the other one is get 8 weeks access. And Cardone says to Cardone you for free. 8 weeks for free. What we're going to do is give you Alchemist University for a lifetime. You're getting anything that we have in Alchemist University that we're working on for a lifetime. It's crazy value because we intend to keep adding value. We're not going out of business. We're going to continue exploding and teaching and training in the different niches that we see available. And then you get personality assessments and evaluations. Who here has already done a personality assessment and evaluation with me? Yes. So I enjoy those. So when I read this and I said, this is his mentorship program, I was like, dude, I'm already doing it. I loved it. Like, I love everything about this. So we're going to just switch it to the point where now I'm getting paid to do it. So I know that you're interested in investing in yourself to do it. So what we came up with is exactly the price that he was saying. He said it's worth $1,500. It's worth $3,000. And I said, well, he's selling it for $1,000. I'm going to sell it for $1,000. If you don't buy it, I'm okay with that. I'm 100% perfectly fine because it means I don't have to do any work. And it means you weren't serious about becoming a millionaire. Like, to me, it qualifies, right? Because $1,000 to make $1 million, I just did the ROI in my head. It's exactly a ridiculous amount, right? The exact amount is ridiculous. Mike, yes? The return on investment, ridiculous? and again, you don't have to make this investment in yourself as an option. It's 100% a choice. But here is what happens when you do. I'm committed to, right? I'm committed to doing this free shit anyway. I'm already doing the free shit because I love it. I love teaching, I love training. This is next level. This is just so I know who my people are, so I know who are taking themselves seriously, who are putting a little money down, right? When you go to buy a house, they don't say no money down for a reason. They want to make sure you're going to pay that shit back, right? When I go and I borrowed money from Mike, Mike's like, how much are you putting in, right? He wants to know there's skin in the game. He's got a chance to get his money back. He wants to know he's got a mortgage on that property. If I mess up, he gets it. Does this make sense? So it's the same with coaching. I just want to know that you're in it with me. I just want to know for sure that you're in it for you, because I will show up. You show up, I will match you. I will go above and beyond anything that you're capable of doing. Right? Because that's what I do. I high energy. Right, Mario? You know the deal. So, Ron, there's no link for this right now, is there? There's absolutely no link for this. There's no way for me to sell it to you right now. So here's another piece. This is not a pressure tactic. I'm not saying, hey, this price available now, only today, take action now. What I'm telling you is it's something to think about. If you want to take your business to the next level, I want to be there for you. Ron wants to be there for you. I know Mike wants to be there for you. We're looking to build our millionaires. Me and Mike just started a podcast. You won't see it for a little while. He and I are working hard. We're doing the principles that we think are going to be most valuable to the podcast, but we're going to call it 100 Millionaires, right? What is the name of the podcast, Mike? What did we come up with?
Yeah, 100 millionaires.
100 Millionaires. And we have one mission. It's the pursuit of happiness for 100 people, right? Are we going to serve far more than 100 people by serving you 100? Of course. Inevitable, right? Because we're building people who serve people, who serve people, who serve people. You can't make $1 million without having a team under you. So we're building team leaders. Is this making sense? So the podcast, I don't know when it's coming out, but I know we've already recorded our first episode. I know next week we're going to record another one, and we're going to dial in. We're going to get a little more tweaked, and we're going to keep improving it. But we're building millionaires. We know we are, right?
Yeah.
This coaching program is just an opportunity for us to make sure that you're in. It's just a way for us to say, okay, sign up. It's like an application fee to becoming a millionaire. Does that make sense? Aquino, I trust your opinion on this, and Dorina, I trust your opinion on this, because you've spent at least $25,000 on a training program. What do you think? Did I price it too high? Your volume's off, Aquino. Sorry, brother.
You know how I feel about it. That's great content.
Thank you, brother. Dorina, did I price it too low?
I think you did, but it's a good start.
It's like everything else, right? First I do it for free, then I increase the price, then I increase the price, and I increase the price. And I'll continue to increase the price until I'm getting cream of the crop, until I'm getting the best of the best of the best. At this point right now, it's extremely affordable only because, look, I've got to get somebody into the program to start. I got to get some momentum. I got to get some reviews written. I got to get some videos taken care of, right? I've got to get you successful so the people behind you want to be successful. Is this making sense? So, thank you for listening to that product. Do you think this will be something valuable that I can give to people? Yes. Ron, we have permission to create the sales page. That's something we're gonna create then. Perfect. Excellent.
Hey, Walter, Olivia is asking if this is just Massachusetts-based or available in New York also.
Perfect. So thanks to COVID-19, see, and this is the point. Thank you, Mike, for reading that for us. We became aware that we can train everywhere. There is no limitation to how I can train and coach with this product because I'm using Zoom. Prior to Zoom, I was not comfortable with online training. Prior to coronavirus, I wasn't comfortable with it. I loved in person. Everybody who has ever been to one of my events knows how much I love in person, right? Mitch couldn't be on my trainings because I love in person so much, and I wasn't going out to where he was living, right, Mitch? Now he and I can work together, right? Darina, we can work together. George, these are people who live in Boston, right? An hour away. Like, I'm not going to go out there to meet up for lunch. But for a Zoom call, it's like, wow, I can get all my people together in one spot, and we can really build this up real quick. Anthony, when the price go up, do we have to continue to pay the increase? Anthony, you only pay the increase if you buy in at that time. If you buy in now, you're in, right? If you bought in for this 8-week training, you're in this 8-week training. That's just what it is. It would be unethical for me to up the price on somebody who's I've already started the process with, right? Somebody who wants to stay with me to become a millionaire, like, why would I increase the price? No, the point is not the money. The point is building millionaires. That's the goal. The goal is a bunch of millionaires so we can build businesses together. So we're going to have a bunch of options, have these really great companies that are crossing each other, symbiotic, sending each other business, building off of each other, right? Having a real estate company that works with a marketing company, that works with an attorney's office, that works with a lending company, that works with an insurance company. Just having companies that are one client we're servicing, getting everything off of that one client. Does this make sense? And everybody gets rich building a business like that. My hair salons, with nail salons, with massage parlors, with a juice shop, right? Bringing it all in so that, and owning the properties, right? It all makes sense. So no, I wouldn't charge more to stay in a program that you're committed to. I just want the commitment. I just want to know that you're in it. I want to see you showing up. I want to see you there. I want to see you taking action. If I don't see you taking action, you're going to get a conversation from me, right? Because I don't have patience for people who aren't being successful with themselves. Mike, what do you got?
Well, so we got a couple more questions. Brandon
Sure.
wants to know, would you recommend investing in this program if you don't have capital saved to invest in real estate?
If you don't have $1,000, you don't belong buying real estate. And Mike, what do you think?
If you don't have money saved to buy real estate, not the $1,000.
Oh, so hold on. Would you recommend investing in this program if you don't have capital saved to invest in real estate? Yes, because we're going to teach you how to get the capital to invest in real estate. Of course. So if you don't have that capital yet, I just bought $3 million worth of real estate for $1 million with no money out of pocket, no money. So it's right. So yeah, I'm not gonna teach you. I'm not gonna say, hey, give me your money. Oh, you can't buy a house. I guess you're disqualified from being a millionaire. No, bro. Like, I don't care where you're at. I was at negative 25,000 when I started my journey. Negative 25,000, less than God gave me. Right. I was born worth more than I had attained, than I'd become. Right. But fortunately, I didn't lose this. Right. And what I gained was the millionaire mind. And what Mike and I are working on is infusing the millionaire mind into 100 more people. What Ron and I are working on is getting people to the point where in 5 years they're millionaires and they're retired and they're adding so much value to the community that they're millionaires the rest of their lives. It continues to grow, multi-millionaires, moving on, right? So
George wants to know when is this training going on sale?
that's a good question. That's a Ron answer. Ron, how soon can we get this funnel started? I could probably start the coaching next week. There's nothing that would stop me from getting this going next week.
Yeah, you can start it whenever you want. It's just going to take me time to build the website.
Okay, so give us a week. Give us a week to think about exactly how we're going to structure it so that the system, but I see this and I know I can handle this. Give Ron a week to build a website, yes? That's, I love putting the pressure on the person who does all the real work. So give us a week. Next Saturday, I'll open it up. So this was a conversation to see if it's something that you would be interested in, to see if you're somebody who's interested in taking it to the next level. It's a lot like going to the bar, grabbing a drink for a girl, and then seeing where it goes from there. Does this make sense? This is, hey, do you want to go grab a drink? And if you do, we're going to $1 million status. That's it. I love everybody, no matter what your income status. But if you don't have the desire to have $1 million, I have other people I want to hang out with. I want to hang out with people who have the desire to have a net worth of $1 million, because the kind of person you have to become to be a millionaire is the kind of person who helps a lot of people. It's really hard to do this without helping a lot of people. Does this make sense? Very good. Are there any other questions? Anything you guys want to discuss or any topics?
Hey, Walter, can I jump in for a second?
Go ahead, Mitch. Absolutely.
So, one, I'm jealous. I need to find me a Ron because, I listen to websites and whatnot. And the one-man show is not a fun time. And the point of that is, look what happened. Galta partnered up with Ron, and, I've at least personally seen, like, how that helped him take off, recently in regards to, getting outside of just real estate investing and being able to teach people as well. And in the end, and by the way, Galta didn't even know I was going to be on this call, so he had no idea what to say. In the end, that partnership has lifted his business. That's exactly what, like, these mentorships are and these groups and whatnot. You're essentially partnering up with him and everybody else so we can all do better, be better, have more success. You're partnering with essentially a success partner. And the reason, like, you do mentorship, and you do these mastermind groups, because these are people that have already got it done, and you're like, oh, sweet, like, this is someone I usually wouldn't have in my network, and now I'm a part of that. And I've experienced it, and I've seen friends experience it, where, they're doing business now with people that they wouldn't have known if they weren't part of that mentorship group. So the good part of that is, instead of, like, going to a networking group and just meeting some random person that may be talking a good game or not, you already know what Galter's history is. You already know what his success is. You know what he's done in the last 7 years. You know what I mean? So I think that value right there is huge. And the fact that he's actually creating something that he's going to charge for, it's about damn time. Seriously. He's been giving so much value for so long, and I understand because I struggle with it too. Like, the whole idea of mentoring, like charging for mentorship, I felt very weird about it. Like, I really did. And, like, you feel like responsible for those people, and you want to give them 24/7, but you realize, like, you can't. Like, you have to set some kind of boundaries. You have to set structure for both parties to succeed. So the fact that he's embracing that and taking this next step is awesome. And yeah, if you're going to jump on a journey with somebody, forget Grant Cardone, go to Galter.
Thank you, Mitch. I appreciate you, brother. So, Mitch, he wrote the book. Actually, he's written a ton of books. He's an author. Scaredy Cat Investing. Actually, Mitch, what are the books you've got?
So I have a brand called Scaredy Cat Guide because I have a very risk-averse personality. So I've had to push myself to, get bigger with real estate and things like that, and talk to guys like Galter and the other Mitch to kind of keep me going. And yeah, I wrote a real estate investing book, Scaredy Cat Guide to Investing in Rental Properties, complete newbie book. It's for people just getting started. I also wrote a book on Bitcoin for people that want to understand cryptocurrency, and I'm working on some other stuff. But in the end, I'm learning stuff from Galter all the time. I learn stuff from the other Mitch. Hell, even Doreena's on this call. Doreena's been awesome, teaching me about the Worcester market in Massachusetts where I invest now. So, again, the power of networking, the power of, doing, mentoring and mastermind groups is huge. Whether it costs you $1 or $1,000 or whatever. In fact, my only regret is that I didn't do mastermind groups sooner, because I'd probably be on the same level as Galter, because ironic fact, him and I both started investing in real estate in 2013. And humbly that he's far ahead of me in the real estate investing world. I've had success, I'm happy, but I'm playing catch up, so he's a good man to follow. I'm gonna shut up now.
Thank you, Mitch. I appreciate you, brother. Can you put the links for your books in the chat? Also, Ron, can I get permission to put a link in there? Now that we're talking about books, I want to talk about my brother's book, which came out today. And so I want to encourage everyone to go and buy it. It's 99 cents today, so we can bring him to bestseller. So do I have access to post in there, Ron?
Yeah, anybody has access to posting like that.
No, it's actually, it says only host and co-host can send messages to everyone in the waiting room.
Walter, if you tell me what it is, I'll type it in.
Oh, girl, you're the best. It is 1,000 characters. So what I'll say is go to my Facebook page, and you can click the link right on my Facebook page. I'm going to post it right now, and it's an Amazon link that's like 1,000 characters long. So thank you so much, everyone on the call, and thank you, Olivia, for volunteering to do that. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Go and check out Mitch's book, The Scaredy Cat Guide. In fact, I'm going to order it myself because I interviewed Mitch a while back, and I intended to actually read the book, and I haven't yet. And me and Mike are going to have to go through this because we talk a lot about building wealth, but building wealth also has another side to it, which is protecting wealth. So I think that that's going to be a fun topic for us. Let me tell you a little bit about my brother's book real quickly. It is called Empowering Children for Success. My brother teaches children for a living. This is what he does. He built a parkour ninja warrior academy called Athletic Movement and Parkour AMP Academy in Fall River. And what he does is he teaches children with the mindset of power and moving them forward. He uses NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. So from a young age, they're empowered. When he shows them a wall they're going to climb over, he talks about metaphors of life, how this wall represents things that they're going to be experiencing in life. And everything that you ever feel is a wall in life, understand there's a way over it. And the better you do it, the more energy you put into getting over it faster, the less fear there is, the more reward you have. And if you can do it with style, the more people will watch you and appreciate you. And so that's what parkour is all about. And so the way he teaches it in this book is aimed towards teachers, parents, mentors, and other professionals who would be involved in a child's life, teaching them how to use NLP to get their child to comply, to get their child to enjoy waking up in the morning, enjoy going to school, to take their lives seriously, and gearing them towards success, empowering children for success. Phenomenal book. I can't wait to read it. I just ordered it this morning. I was the first to order. I ordered it at midnight because he had a midnight release, and we've got to order it and buy it within now to the end of the day. So what I am suggesting, everybody doesn't do what I did, but I bought the ebook and the paperback. Just buy the ebook. The ebook is 99 cents. And when you review it, if you've got kids, or you ever intend to meet a kid in your life, or you've got employees, or you've got a spouse, and you'd like to make sure that things are going a little smoother between you, the words you're using are going to dictate your results. Neuro-linguistic programming is how I'm able to make sure that you're paying attention during these trainings. It's how I keep you engaged, even though I'm not there in the room. We just killed an hour and 15 minutes. You feel great about it. That's neuro-linguistic programming. And you remember everything that was taught because we're using triggers, hooks, exercises, using the right words to empower you. That's the power of NLP. So if you want a basic understanding of it, like created so simply so that it works with children, my brother's book is going to be the one you want to check out. It's Empowering Children for Success. I told him I'd promote the hell out of it because he's my brother and I care about him. He was there for me when I needed him, and this is an opportunity for me to give back. So if you're interested, if you know somebody, share the link, spread it around, do me a favor, and let's blow this book up. Mitch, you're on this call. You know Mitch Durfee, one of my friends, and he's mentored me in a lot of different ways. He helps authors go to number one, so he's working hard on this right now. So he's working on making Josh a bestseller, hitting all the marketing, he's doing all those tips and all those pieces. So we've got a lot of the right people working on this. I appreciate you. Thank you, everyone on this call. You guys, you give me the power to keep going, give me the inspiration to do bigger and better things. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be pushing the way I do because I do it because I want to see you do well. And if I'm telling you from behind, you're not going to produce. If I'm telling you from in front, hey, I just did this, follow me, let's go, I know you're going to produce. So you give me this energy to go and do bigger and better things. Anybody who's a coach or mentor will tell you it's exact same thing. Seeing your students excel pushes you forward. So thank you for putting all the energy you put into your success, into your energy, into your body, into your life. You make this worth it. So I appreciate you. That said, go out, review your marketing, review your product you're selling, review your marketing, and make a commitment to double down today. Take action now because that's what successful people do. Cheers to your success. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
You too. Happy holidays.
Thanks, Walter.
Thank you,
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Walter.
Thank you, my friend. Good seeing you, Aquino. Be good. Take care, Mario.
Walter, have a good one.
You too. Be good, Ryan. Thank you. George, always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you, Olivia.
Thank you, Walter.
You're welcome. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, you too.
Cheers, Mitch.
Always a pleasure, bro.
You too, brother. Thank you.
I'll see you soon, man.
See you soon.
Coming up.
Hell yeah. We're ready. Ron, this, were we able to figure out the whole networking thing? Different rooms?
I have no
All right. Well, I'll have to.
You got me excited about that. I was gonna try and use it on my next call.
Right. I got a link. I'll send it to you, Mitch. Just shoot me a text to remind me. I got a link from the National Real Estate Investors Association teaching us how to trade on Zoom calls, because I run the Boston one, and they said that you can actually do, they call it breakout rooms, breakout sessions, where you can allow the networking, where you can take 5-6 people, put them into these different rooms, and you can see it on the room side over there. I'm gonna play around with it, figure it out, but you can drop them into different rooms, and the host can jump into the rooms and just see what's happening in there. And then you can mix people around, and you can pull them back to the main room and go back into a training. But it's a way to allow people to network using Zoom.
That's definitely a good feature.
Yeah.
We actually skipped the RIA that I host down here. We actually skipped this week. The lady that runs it has been sick outside of Corona, so we kind of just put it on pause for a minute. But I have a meetup that we do at a coffee house every month. And we're doing it obviously on Zoom at 1 o'clock. And a big part of that is, towards the end, everyone kind of breaks off and just gravitates to whoever they want to talk to, so to speak.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. This is perfect. Like, we can just break off into those groups at the end, and like whatever it is, the wholesalers can talk to the buyers, the lenders can talk to the people that need money, all that good stuff. And it's basically just a free meetup that we've been doing for like 3 or 4 years now. It just kept growing and growing and growing. And so you get to that point, you're like, all right, this is cool. How do we get value and add value out of this?
Yes.
So, and now that it's, we're forced to go on Zoom, you start thinking about like, all right, how can we make this better for everyone and for ourselves as well?
Right. Exactly. And that I think is going to be one of the solutions, is giving those little breakout rooms. The other option is, because I can only host one room at a time, right? I can only host one call at a time. So I was thinking, dropping a couple links in there and splitting everybody up. But it'd be ideal if a lender could look, okay, this is lender questions, right? Like, say people want to go and jump in on, Scaredy Cat Guide, right? Because you're an influencer, you're somebody who has a lot of knowledge. They want to jump into a room with you, ask you a bunch of questions. Not everybody has that desire, but the people who do should have that ability to jump in with you.
Exactly, because there's going to be people that are like, let's say, new and scared to pull the trigger, and then there's going to be people that are already doing it and want to level up. It's just like, well, people that want to level up, go talk to Galter, and if you're having trouble pulling the trigger, come talk to me. I'll tell you basically what process I created for myself to get over the hump.
Exactly.
Things like that, and everyone has value. I mean, heck, just like whatever. I need to create a website. Go talk to Ron.
Right.
Everyone is value add everywhere.
Ron will kill you if you ask him to set up a website.
I know. I just kind of ran with that.
Yeah.
We need to hit up Mitch. The other Mitch is.
Mitch will do it.
Website.
Yep. Mitch will do it all day. But that's.
He gets it done fast somehow.
That's exactly right, and I want to get Mitch in here, right? Because he adds a ton of value, right? Just getting a bunch of people.
Join. I mean.
Yeah.
He's usually around. Well, now he is at least. He doesn't have
Definitely.
a choice. He can't travel nonstop.
I got to get better at sharing the link appropriately. I posted the link on Facebook, and not everybody was able to get in, so I've got to figure out what's going on with these links, how to create them the right way, and then.
Oh, for the Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I used the first one, and then it was like after 10, I'm like, all right, let me check Facebook to see if you posted another one. Most people won't think to do that. So
Right.
And then I saw you posted another one, and then I used that one.
Right.
Otherwise, a lot of people just sit there 10 minutes and nothing happening, and like, oh well, shut it down and go do something else.
Exactly.
So you probably you may lose some eyeballs.
So what I'm thinking, because I didn't even promote this to most of my investors, right? So I have a list of 500 people who go to our normal events. So I've just been posting this just on Facebook, right? Just letting people know on Facebook, right, Brandon, right, Party, like that's where you guys heard it. So what I'm going to start doing, once we figure out how the links work, is hitting it out to our guys, all the people that I know. This way we can start adding way more value and bringing them in. I want to hit 100 people in a group chat, right? We did it in Boston. We had 98 people in there, and we couldn't. So their subscription only went to 100 people.
Yeah, no, I couldn't get in.
Yeah. I want that problem, right? I want that problem. I want to get a bunch of really high motivated people in the room so that we can start moving forward, right? Like once I get my 100 people, I'm ready to go, right? Like I'm going to teach them anyway, but.
You guys need to grab the 1,000 Millionaire podcast title ahead of time, so you have it ready.
That's it, brother. That's it.
I actually got it from the email that you sent me, Walt, the link. It was an email that you sent me. I think that might be the best way to get it out to people. Just have an email list that you send a link to.
The
That's
email.
smart.
Okay.
That's what we do with membership this afternoon, like even though it's in person, like we have email sign up, so they get the email every month, basically
Yep.
letting them know, when it is and all that good stuff.
Okay.
That's Charlie Dobbins does it
You
too.
can build an email list too.
Also, you can put it on the meetup page as well. I was
Meetup
looking at the
page.
It didn't have the actual Zoom link on it, so.
Of course.
That'd be a place where you want to put it.
Brandon, thank you. Mitch, thank you.
Physical events for meetup.
Absolutely. And that's what's built our local event was the meetup.com, so why wouldn't that still work?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate you. Thank you, Mitch. Ron, the email that you sent out via me worked. Great job. So, business partners, guys, let me tell you, they will make you look good.
It's true, man.
You know your Facebook Live still running, right?
What is it?
You know your Facebook Live still running, right?
Ah, Facebook Live. All right. Thank you, everyone. Howard, good seeing you. KW they've been doing a great job. Yes. There should be an actual link in Zoom that says breakout rooms to click on where you can create a number of rooms. Howard, thank you so much, my friend. Ron, so those are the instructions. There should be an actual...
The instructions are you have to use the website, not the app on the computer.
Use the website. Ah, very good. Use the website. All right.
And then what was it that you have to do?
So then there should be an actually be a link in the Zoom that says breakout rooms to click on where you can go and create the number of rooms. So the problem is I opened it on my computer and I opened the Zoom app instead of staying in the oh, I see. Yeah, want to Zoom if you're okay.
The link in there.
Stay in the website.
Yeah, I just put the link in the chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Like it. The
Awesome.
Facebook Live's still going behind the scenes.
Yeah, we're still getting stuff. Thank you, Howard. Look, I thought I closed the Facebook Live, and yet this conversation, Howard came in solving problems. Thank you so much, brother.
Power networking.
David, we're going to get the breakout rooms going, man. We're going to figure this out next week. We're going to have breakout rooms. It's going to be fun. It's going to almost be like us being right here in it. Anthony, thank you, brother. The links to the books will be in your Facebook account. Yes. So, Mitch, if you can post the links to all your books, just create a post, and then I'll go and I'll share it. So this way, anybody who was interested from this call, I'll share it on my Facebook. And then my brother's book is I already posted that early this morning at like midnight. I made sure I posted that was the link for the book. So
Yeah, I'm gonna snag that as soon as we jump off here.
Very
I don't
good.
have kids. I don't want kids, but it don't matter. Social interaction.
I'm with it, man. Thank you, David. Thank you, Aquino. Thank you, Howard. Appreciate you guys. When you have a choice, always work with the best. Let's build some millionaires.